Now, after this Pigslop guy had made this one video and called it a day, in my opinion that would be reason enough for him to be locked away for a few years to contemplate the nature of social responsibility. But he didn't stop there. His next 5 or 6 videos all mentioned Irish282 and attacked him in one capacity or another, but he never ever presented any more evidence at all to establish that there was actually any kind of case against Irish282 that would justify the accusations that he had made. Furthermore, he went to all of Irish282's subscribers and subscriptions, leaving comments on their channels, very scurrilous ones in fact, and in a later video he used Irish282's rather indignant response to this as evidence, however insane that is, that what he was saying about Irish282 is true. It's fascinating the way these people's minds seem to work. If you combat them in any way, that's proof that they're telling the truth about you, because if they weren't telling the truth about you, you would ignore them. On the other hand, if you ignore them, that's proof that they're telling the truth about you because you refuse to engage and answer questions. It's fascinating. And of course the truth is that they never do ask any questions. So they complain about you not answering questions, but they never ask any, as exemplified here. Now here you see a now well-known tactic, but at the time it was a little more obscure, where they have substituted L's for I's and create an account that appears to be Irish282 at first glance. And if you had gone to the account, it would have looked like Irish282's account, obviously. And I'm going to guess that this is Rue or Doja, but I don't have enough to go on. But as you can see, he's addressed to this kid, Eric the Sound Ninja. No idea who that is actually, but he begins definitely trying to imitate Irish282, even mentioning ED as an adversary, but then confesses that he's been arrested and all this stuff. And then Irish282 responds to this in a way that's not unreasonable by pointing out that it is a fake account and that it's a dirty trick from the haters and that this person should block the imposter. All perfectly reasonable. And then here's Pigslop showing up on February the 8th, the day after he made his first video, saying, "Dude, be careful of Irish282. He is a net predator. Please tell your parents about him. Do not give him any personal info for your own well-being." Now, I don't happen to see any questions there. I really don't. Let's move on to the next one. Here Pigslop is addressing a user called Gaza C, I assume another kid. Pigslop says, "Hey kid, do not give away any personal info to Irish282. He is a net child sex predator. Tell your parents and see what they say about your friendship with him. Be safe." Now Irish282 comes back and says, "Everyone, please do show my videos to your parents. There is good information on reporting haters and protecting yourself. My friends and I honor and pay tribute to the good members of our community, especially those that have suffered abuse, stood up for others, and helped report the people that make threats and disgusting comments to both young and old. Pigslop and other haters have stolen and altered these videos so they can spread lies and harm innocent kids and adults. They have defamed 2 young teens in the YTV who have endured insults and death threats for helping others. These 2 kids deserve better treatment. The haters show no concern for anyone or their feelings," which is badly worded. Again, this is a perfectly reasonable response in my view. In fact, it addresses any question that Pigslop would have if Pigslop had asked one. Of course, Pigslop didn't ask any, by advising kids to actually have parents look at Irish282 himself. Irish282 has never objected to that. He's never had any reason to, that I know of. And bear in mind that this has been repeated hundreds of times. And try to put yourself in Irish's position, and then realize that this has been going on continuously since January of 2007. Now, there were several video responses to this video that Mr. Ketamine made, and probably the follow-up videos that he made as well. I don't know how many, but there were some interesting comments made on this video that show, to some extent, the people who were engaging in this activity, getting in on the action, as it were. Now, my original plan for this video was to show each of these comments from Pigslop's first video on Irish282 concentrate on each one, who made it, and determine the outcome for the account holder over time. And that ended up taking about 5 minutes of precious video time. So instead, I'm just going to scroll through these comments, and you can use the pause button if you're interested and go check it out for yourself. What I'll just end up saying here is that 5/8 of these accounts no longer exist. Most of those no longer exist because they were terminated by YouTube for terms of service violations, and I'll leave it at that. Now, I have no idea how many people, accounts, videos were made, but in the end, amazingly, Pigslop did not get suspended for any of this, but a lot of his followers did. There was this sense that Encyclopedia Dramatica was going to use Irish 282 as an example of their power, and to their disappointment, it was in fact shown that they have no power. Virtually none of these people have any presence on YouTube at all today. Certainly none of them have any legitimate presence. But Irish 282 is still here. If for no other reason than that he is endured, Irish 282 can be seen as a kind of YouTube hero. He has stood up for your right to resist intimidation, threats, manipulation, pre-approval by this group of thugs that would use any possible means to control what you say, what you do on YouTube. He has endured. His enemies have dropped like flies. And therein lay one of the key reasons, as we'll look at in part 5, for the formation of the Yahweh Clan. Now, as to what happened to Pigslop, I don't have all the answers to that. Most of the information available is on Encyclopedia Dramatica, which is hardly a reliable source. I'm told that there was some sort of argument about the admission of Katie's Opinion, who I believe was a partner, into the YouTube underground, but I can't swear to the validity of that. All I know is that he was denounced by his former allies in the Encyclopedia Dramatica. The Yahweh Clan has him listed as a traitor, as you can see. As you can see, this is the screenshot from Encyclopedia Dramatica of the article on YouTube Yahweh Clan. If we scroll down here, we will find this sentence. The YTYC first found cohesion as a unit and the Irish 282 offensive. Pigslop, before he turned traitor, pointed out the debauchery of Irish 282, aka Claude Clark, and began making videos about Claude's strange behavior, blah 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 blah. So as you can see, the Yahweh Clan considers Pigslop to be a traitor. And this is where it gets really interesting. He changed his opinion. He actually tried to join the YouTube vigilantes. He was not allowed to do so, rightly so I would think, but see for yourself. Now, as you can see, this so-called apology blog was posted to MySpace by Zenophile, a member of the Yahweh Clan. Now if you scroll down here, you will find the following. Irish 282, you really might be a pedo, and my most inspired videos were to get you the hell off of YouTube. Send me a group invite, and if it clears out, I will defend you, and I will back the YT vigilantes. So obviously, he's saying right there that he never had any real evidence that Irish 282 is a pedophile. And anybody, of course, might be a pedophile. So what do you have here? You have Pigslop admitting he had nothing. Now the source for this is the Yahweh Clan. This was posted by Zenophile. So even though I can't be 100% certain that this is actually the words of Pigslop, I can be assured that since this information comes from the Yahweh Clan can't come back and question its veracity. Oh, in joy of joys, it appears that Pigslop intends to return to YouTube this summer. Let's hope that he changes his mind.